starting it up soon.
Welcome back to game 2 of Twerking to the Top versus the Meme Squad, and here we go. You see, you're a little behind.
Who dares defy my will?
Wait, take it over, T-Shrub.
And wrongly accused. Up to you.
Let's get
Horrible.
into the game.
All right, into the game. We do have the bands are prepped and ready. This is a 4-minute long extended version. I think we're gonna stick with it. We do have the bands. It is a Timo Alawi Jax band on the side of that Meme Squad, and on the side of Twerking to the Top, we do have that Shen, Orn, and Jarvan being banned out. First pick being that Aatrox, which is very spicy indeed.
Is that coming on which side of the team right now?
That is on the Meme Squad.
Ooh,
And on the
that is a spicy pick.
On the side of Twerking to the Top, we do have a Cho'Gath Nocturne, but Meme Squad hitting back with a Kha'Zix and, wait for it, Zoe. Zoe
Oh my
now
God.
played in
It was
SKL,
the first SKL appearance of Zoe, ladies and gentlemen.
as far as we know,
I believe it is.
which is very exciting, of course. Alright, I'm getting rid of this song.
That's locking into that Zed there for Twerk Master in the mid lane.
Man, making the plays. Now,
And
I'm so,
they didn't, unless the Milidon is going mid.
Broken sandwich.
The Milidon might be actually going mid, with Twerkmaster being in that jungle.
oh baby.
Might look to spice it up here a little bit. Sumilda known to
Dabble
be
in
able
it.
to take over some games with his mechanics here, so Zed might be a good choice, especially when paired against that Zoe.
But on the side, back to the bands, we do see a Tom Kench band on the side of Twerking to the Top, and a Leona on the side of Meme Squad.
Both kind of focusing on those supports, getting those tanky engagers out of here.
Stats guys checking in. This is indeed the first SKL Direct League appearance of Zoe.
Oh, thank you, stats guy.
Stats guy on the case. Thank you, wrongly accused.
Just like Caitlyn, stats guy is on the case.
Kill yourself.
Now,
Alright, we do see 2 more support bands. That is 4 support bands in the second rotation. That is Tom Kench and Thresh on the side of Twerking to the Top. And on the side of the Meme Squad, we do see Leona and Alistar being banned out. Alistar definitely being a favorite for Bishi NA.
I say really focusing on the true carry of Twerking to the Top, Bigi and A, with his kind of revitalized Alistar plays lately.
Yes, but we do see...
Truly his own style of play right there.
Indeed, but we do see a Tristana for a Forgotten Truth.
I'm curious to see what, now that the champion pool has been pitched, what these players are going to pick up.
Yeah,
Well,
really,
one
kind
of which is a Tristana.
questioning the Tristana pickup here, as now Meme Squad has a chance to pick up one of the remaining supports that Bishi might have in his champion pool.
We do see a Twitch being picked up as well, and a Braum possibly on the side of the Meme Squad, which is going to be a very bad lane for Twerking to the Top to play against, as Braum is going to help a lot on that Twitch, but it's going to be a Taric instead. Which that's
We saw this lane in one of the most recent games, actually, in
of-
this week.
of Whiter Wong versus Luminous Intensity, actually. And that lane did not go well for Twitch Taric. I don't
I
think.
think if Twerking to the Top can play some hard early engage here, maybe get Recon out.
Possibly Recon. Oh, and it's going to be a Nami instead. relying heavily on those
has
early
been
bubbles.
practicing that Nami lately, and if Bishi can pull it off right, Nami can actually take over the lane phase and really shut down this Twitch before it even becomes relevant.
Especially looking at this melee support in Tarek, I think this Nami Tristana lane can really kind of try to get ahead early with, especially with that Nami lane presence.
Heck yeah, Nami is the best support for laning. It's just unfortunate that right now tank supports are really just proving very valuable once you come to the mid to late game.
I'm also seeing not a lot of tanks on the side of Meme Squad here, so that Cho'Gath looking to nom up some squishy individuals come late game.
That is true.
It's looking at the kind of the team comp over here on the side of Meme Squad. They're really looking to rely on picks, I think, going with that Zoe and with that Kha'Zix, trying to kind of catch members of twerking to the top, kind of unaware, and quickly dispatching of them before team fights can even start.
Look at Jordan's snap story.
He's a hairy boy indeed.
Yeah, he is a very hairy boy. Hairier than new Amy, I guess.
Anyway, we are getting on fire. We have a game to spectate right now.
It is actually 2 minutes and 25 seconds more for spectator delay. But what are we liking in this team comp, Mr. T Shrub? What about your perspective?
Well, looking over here at twerking to the top, I think if it is truly Twerkmaster on that Nocturne, which it appears to be, I think he's going to want to look for some ganks in that top lane. The Cho'Gath Q, coupled with the silence, really sets up ganks fairly well, especially after Nocturne turns 6. So they can really catch that Aatrox out, and we all know once Aatrox gets behind, he's basically the worst champion in the game.
You know,
So
speaking of Aatrox, you know, we don't really see him that often, if not at all. There's even a joke going around that he doesn't even exist. Now, there could be all sorts of factors. We're going to tune into our analyst here, expert in the top lane. Why is it that Aatrox just isn't seeing much play in the top lane right now?
He sucks. Ends of story.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Aatrox sucks.
That is very persuasive. Something that I do like is actually the Nocturne into the Twitch, because once that Nocturne hits 6, using that ultimate onto the Twitch could actually prove beneficial, because if Twitch tries to just go invisible and Tarek relies on the Twitch being invisible, the Nocturne Fear actually still follows him into invisibility, and they'll be able to see where he goes. So Tarek's going to have to burn an ult or try to get that stun off, which Nocturne should easily be able to spell shield, as there is like a second cast time, or 0.5 seconds.
True. Another interesting thing to think about is if Nocturne sees Twitch opening up in a team fight and Nocturne blinds them, I believe Twitch doesn't have the lengthy vision necessary to get those long-range auto attacks off that he's known for late game.
he is indeed a mouse.
Thank you.
That is exactly what I said. But yeah, twerking to top is going to need to definitely try to abuse the spot lane. Otherwise, this Tarek and Twitch are going to take over into this mid to late game.
Also, kind of looking at, just to add on top of that Nami pick that we were talking about with Bishi earlier, on the side of Meme Squad, the only really true form of engage is on that kind of Kha'Zix and Aatrox getting up in their faces there. If Nami can ult or even bubble it away, and if they can disengage quickly on that early turn around the fights in general, for the side of twerking to the top.
Into this mid game, I would assume is just going to want to split. I don't see him functioning very well in team fights. And once
Definitely
with this late game Twitch and Tarek, along with the Zoe's potential to get those picks constantly in the game, they're going to set themselves up for glory.
I'd like to hear more on this. Effective, do you guys think the Zoe being the first pick in SKL history in this game
You know,
How
it's
effective do you guys think she's going to be this
pretty
game?
exciting. We have seen a few pro players pick up the Zoe and be absolutely destructive on this champion, so we know what she's capable of. It's just the question of, can Zero do as good as a pro player on this Zoe?
I'd like to page stats guy here. Do we have any information on if Zero Invictus has been seen playing that Zoe?
Stats guys, I'll have to get you back on that in a
Thanks,
couple
thanks,
minutes.
stats guy.
Whoa. Alright, so as we are loading up into this game, you do see a standard start, as actually blue team is probably looking for an invade. We do see this Aatrox being in this bottom lane, and Cho'Gath is in that top lane, so there is going to be a 4v5.
If Zoe does start that bubble, which would be a little bit
The ward on the side of...
would be devastating.
There are wards on the side of Twicked to the top that are going to stop this invade, and they are going to see that they are there. Easy getaway for Twicked to the top, but
Just a meme from the meme squad.
yeah, indeed, and Meme Squad actually does get that ward onto the blue buff, so they will see the Nocturne start.
Pretty standard start here, looking at both teams, I think. No one really looking the comfort zone too much.
Really, I have had this in the past with a call start on Twitch. I do not personally agree with it. This guy whipping out the Dorn's Blade for that extra lane.
Yeah, Twitch definitely needs that, especially in the early, and wreak havoc with his ult there. So definitely that extra health really kind of get through, especially going up against a Tristan and Nami lane here.
Sure.
Zero Invictus has not played a single game of Zoe.
So it might be a little bit of BM coming in.
Concerning,
But Nami taking a lot of damage into the spot lane,
damage.
and does have to burn the exhaust and flash.
Fortunately enough, she did start that W. We will get a little bit of heals, but still not a good trade for twerking to the top here early.
Yeah, Twitch is actually able to get a decent amount of that 5-stack with his poison.
Plus with that pressy attack, that poison doing that extra little bit of damage.
Yeah, twerking to the top, not really wanting to look for these long engages in the bot lane. Stana and get out before Twitch can really pop those stacks.
You see Kha'Zix wanting to make something out of this top lane as Aatrox is being taken down very low. Cho'Gath getting a bit of damage done, but we do see this Nocturne in the top lane as well. Cho'Gath is going to be
Aatrox
safe.
not being able to follow up on that.
No, Kha'Zix does get a ward into that top lane, and will get spotted. Wait, Nocturne actually does not get spotted by that ward, so they don't know quite yet if there is a Nocturne in that top side. We do see the Kha'Zix making his way down to the mid lane. Milidon actually going to the side of that Kha'Zix, being very brave against that Kha'Zix, knowing that he is on the top side and has that possibility of making his way to the mid lane. But in that trade, Milidon does get the best of him, as that Zed is level 4, that Kha'Zix was only level 3.
I think one thing twerking at top really needs to pay attention to this game is first. They did get behind fairly early in the game last game, just solely. So if they can kind of keep up those numbers and stay within reach of Meme Squad here, I think they have a pretty good shot at getting through this laning phase victorious.
We also do see a Nocturne making his way into that mid lane, trying to get some harass down onto that Zoe. Doesn't hit the Q to get that extra damage and extra speed boost to get onto that Zoe. But we do see the Sleepy Trouble Bubble stopping the Zed dead in his tracks. Wait, Zed actually going in, uses that Flash Ignite, might be looking to get that first blood, but Zoe actually ends up picking it up.
Isn't that bubble and is ultimately slain by the Zoe, just barely.
one thing that I didn't notice is if the Zoe actually... No, the Zoe did not use that Ignite against that Zed, but could have possibly been able to. But didn't even need it. Does get that solo kill.
Really getting caught out here again.
I did not see that. I'm gonna have to rewind that.
Bishi really not to the fact that he's not a tanky cow anymore.
Yeah,
and really not being able to soak a lot up.
No, it does.
Especially with the Tarek stun.
Definitely did land a nice bubble onto that Twitch, but doesn't have the damage to follow up, as we do see Kha'Zix making his way to the top lane again. Cho'Gath does flash out, but Aatrox has a leap, and Kha'Zix also has a leap. Does get taken down by the Kha'Zix. Gonna get a beefy Kha'Zix in this early game, which is not going to be fun for the side of Twerk to the top, as Zed does get left again. The minion taking out that Q. But again, we do see Kha'Zix in this middle lane. Luckily, there is a pink ward. He might actually end up getting killed from this. We do have a Nocturne here, missing that Q again, but the Kha'Zix missing his leap. And nothing quite ends up happening.
Zed down.
Yeah, the Nocturne spell shield actually doesn't block anything, doesn't get that extra attack speed bonus.
Ooh, looking for an engage on this mid lane Zoe though.
Indeed, the Zoe does have a lot of damage coming out through that Q though. Zed poking out that Zoe as well. Doesn't quite have the Zed ultimate yet, so can't go all in.
I think so. Zoe's gonna need to kind of really be careful for.
Ooh, Zed getting chunked out by that paddle star from that Zoe as a long range paddle star. Zed does have that level 6 now, and Zoe is out of mana actually. Zed getting a nice chunk out on that Zoe. We do see some action up down here in the bottom lane. Eric catching out this Nocturne. Nocturne better. Yeah, he's got to save his spell shield for right now. Does spell shield that Tarek stun.
Nice spell shield from the Nocturne to get away from that Tarek.
Indeed. Nami bubble misses somehow. It actually looked like it would have hit, but Kha'Zix wanting to lay the smackdown on this Nocturne, not wanting him to farm up to get that level 6. Obviously, the level 6 on the Nocturne is very, very good for ganks. He does want to get that as fast as he can, but also has to put a lot of pressure on the map.
Is Aatrox looking low again?
Yeah. Wong the Accused, have you been watching this top lane at all? What are you thinking about it?
Twitch stealthing in? No.
Oh, yeah, Twitch is stealthing in, is going to get a jump onto that Nami, but Nami flashes away. Doesn't get hit by that Tarek stun. Good flash by that Nami. Isn't greedy and tries to dodge it instead. Doesn't hit a bubble onto that Twitch, but Twitch is level 6.
So we're looking at roam on this bot lane.
Oh! Long range bubble.
Long range bubble onto that. Tristana does get popped by the stun of the Tarek.
It was ultimately not enough.
Yes, the poison does tick, as I am obviously a little bit behind, so I will speed up.
The ebb and flow, unfortunately, not coming up in time for Bishi and Nate to save his carry there in the bot lane.
Now, I'm not fully sure. One thing I will mention is that if Nami did have Airy there, any one of her abilities, including her bubble, actually procced Airy Shield onto the carry there, maybe saving them from the poison.
That is a good point from fellow support main and caster here.
Nami definitely did take that Airy, but probably just didn't have it up. Nocturne is trying to make something out of this mid lane. Zed ults Zoe, does get that kill onto the Zoe very easily. But we do see Kha'Zix trying to make something back. Only level
It's the
6 to
ability
get...
to dish out damage like that Zoe really has to be careful
You
of.
know, she did try and build the Seeker's Arm Guard, but that armor just doesn't seem to be enough quite yet.
You see the Aatrox going in onto that Cho'Gath. This top side getting some harass damage dealt. Not much being taken. There is a Glacial Shroud on the side of that Cho'Gath, so definitely a lot of armor. We do see Kha'Zix trying to get a kill onto this Cho'Gath again, though. Cho'Gath doesn't quite have that flash, does get that rupture onto both of the members, does get a double silence, but ultimately is going to go down to the side of the meme squad. Aatrox probably going to get that kill if the Kha'Zix wasn't there to land that Q. But
Yeah, this Kha'Zix really outdoing the in terms of really paying attention to this top side. Even though Nocturne is 6 now,
yeah, we did
have a lot more pressure.
we did
pushing this top
see
side.
yeah we did see the Nocturne get a kill onto that Zoe in the mid lane, but not a lot of other additional pressure from the Nocturne. He's definitely tried, but he's not been hitting those Qs, and those Qs are very, very important to hit in a gank, because if you do hit that
in
Q,
trouble here.
if you hit that Q, it is very good for that gank, but Bishiene does go down to the side of that Twitch. Does get, doesn't even get spray and prayed on, but does get caught out by 2 members as the Taric Twitch are going toward that bottom side jungle. And they're looking
Trade
to...
tops.
They're looking to get this Infernal Drake, which would definitely be bad for Twitch to the top, as they're going to take this for free. Please go on, Mr. T-Shrub.
Trade top's really gonna have to rely on that Zed to, now that he is fairly far ahead, compared to the rest of this team.
That Nocturne play was
I'm not sure
not
what
very
was there,
good.
but that was
Doesn't get the spell shield.
maybe he thought that only one person was there.
We do see a Zed going onto that Zoe. Actually, almost picks up that kill.
The late barrier, but Zoe still will live, just barely.
Indeed. But back to that Nocturne play. Zoe picking up a very long range Battle Star. And question mark pings
This
going
way,
onto the
we can
side.
never count Zoe out of the fight.
We can see those coming out in the mid lane.
Top side, Cho'Gath versus Aatrox. Aatrox does have his
fine.
Guardian Angel.
Damage.
Sona jumps forward, but ultimately it's too far away to.
Anyways, actually no, it
Ultimate now.
doesn't seem like we're going to be able to talk about that Nocturne play, as we do see a 4-man gank onto this bottom lane. Nami missing her bubble isn't going to be able to save the Tristana. Does use that ultimate, kind of a waste, as it's almost guaranteed that he's going down. As we do see an Aatrox
Rough
hiding in the
time
bushes.
for the spot lane right now.
Yeah, indeed. I think Bishi does still think that he's a beefy Alistar, which is not the case.
It's
And
unfortunately at the point where safe play isn't even where the Twitch is able to just one-shot from quite a distance.
indeed, and one thing that twerking to the top
And
is
already at a 5k gold lead in terms of twerking to the top here.
yeah, and twerking to the top definitely doesn't
No
have the ward
towers
coverage.
taken on the map though.
That is true. No towers. Bot lane is getting close though. Top lane only being taken down right now though. Only taking very small damage, as Cho'Gath does use his ultimate on that minion to get that stack. Might get punished for it later on. Zed trying to make a big play onto this. Zoe does get that ultimate. Nocturne is making his way down, but Zoe uses that stopwatch. Zoe trying to do what she can, but Zero Victus does go down to the likes of that Zed, as also Bishiene does go down to that Twitch Eric, but Tristana does make a getaway. Let's see what goes on in this bottom lane. Yeah, the Twitch going stealth into there and You really can't do anything against that. Aatrox going back in onto this Strogath again. He thinks he's got it. He does have that Guardian Angel, plus he does get that bonus health back every third auto as he is below 50% health, but blue team does get that first blood on that turret as they also get the kill, and Cho'Gath eats the Aatrox death, but does have that resurrection. Does stop him from his Q leap. Well, is not going to be able to get that kill. And I do want to go back to where Tristana does get killed. Want to see how that happens exactly. They do take this turret. Looks like Tristana is going to stay a little bit.
Saving turret was far too low to even begin saving it.
Yeah, she does. She also rocket jumps into them instead of away back to her Nami. So, not a great play on the side of working to the top. Very ambitious.
Getting parts of the map right now, not looking good.
Up really put a little bit too much focus on trying to get that mid lane Zed ahead. That's been bottom lane to fall victim to their out kind of class in this scenario.
Rude.
You see a Zed going back onto this Zoe. Zoe is trying to dodge away from everything she can. Zoe does go down though. That Nocturne ult was a little bit much, as the ult could have been used in a different way. But ultimately, the Zoe does go down as the
Twitch going in invisible, trying to scout out for some enemies right now.
Indeed, they might be looking to get onto that Nocturne. Nocturne does pop that spell shield, but doesn't block anything. Twitch gets the kill on the Nocturne, and Cho'Gath follows suit, as 3 people versus 2 is not going to be good. But Zed does get a little bit of damage onto that Twitch.
So far, Zoe the only person side of Meme Squad.
Yes,
They're gonna start having to worry about this, and then dishing out tons of damage in team fights here with his ult.
Especially, yeah, and with Tarek being able to see beforehand, it's going to be hard to attempt to stop it.
Which is definitely going to be scary. That's always something that you want to focus when that Twitch does get pulled out.
Rift.
Nami trying to make a play, does use her tidal wave. Alistar goes in, the Twitch is in the back lane, is going to open up. Workmaster is down. Samilodon almost dies as well. Eric gets a nice 3-man stun.
Ooh.
As Aatrox gets a juicy double kill in that back line. Cho'Gath does get a return kill onto that Tarek, but does go down to the hands of that Kha'Zix as they take this top lane turret. Oh, possibly not.
Being in.
No,
She's
she's
prepping the bot wave, getting that farm this whole time. You know, 10k behind already at 18 minutes. I don't know if there's a comeback in sight.
It's definitely looking bad for the side of working to the top.
I hope in the sight of twerking to the top they need to do.
I think they are really going to need to slow down this game.
Zed does pop that
Way to
Zoe
get
though.
picks, maybe with the Zed, but they're pretty much going to have to capitalize the Meme Squad will be making.
I think Meme Squad plays this game and stays together as one. I don't think there's much that twerking to the top can switch.
It seems the only viable target right now is this Zoe, and she's not enough for big damage right now.
Nocturne going down.
Nocturne does get caught out at that dragon, as the dragon is going to be taken by the Meme Squad.
This might twerking to the top.
They're looking to make a play.
Is that ult currently being unbelievably tanked?
Getting kind of caught out from the rest of his team.
The Twitch is going to be putting out a lot of damage onto that Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath not being too fed to block that Twitch. but Twitch having a lot of damage on his side. Tristana does get slept by that Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and it goes down very fast. Not good for the team of working to the top. I don't know.
Unfortunately, due to the situation behind Zoe Z, you can actually not spell shield once you are afflicted by the bubble.
Indeed.
You have to spell the initial hit. Twitch using ultimate, Aatrox going in. This Twitch
Twitch getting a
killing
double
everything in
kill.
sight.
Zed trying to get a kill onto that Kha'Zix, but Kha'Zix also takes her down as well. Twitch getting that Nami, and this actually could potentially be the end of working to the top.
The end quite yet, but it might figuratively be the end.
Yes,
I
indeed.
don't think there's much that really do at this point. Is Twitch just being left to absolutely decimate everyone on the slightly tanky Cho'Gath not really being able to take much of this prey.
Happening at the end of the game, trying to keep this mood up.
Oh, no,
They're gonna have to first dump off real fast. Unfortunately, the Terracol goes and Twitch is now gonna... Twitch taking down. Korok squad looking to get some more kills. 2 people down. So far.
Might be able to pick up this Taric.
Nami does land that bubble.
Over the wall. Zed goes in, but this is a tanky Taric right now.
Zoe and Aatrox not really looking to collapse.
Taric does not have any mana, does get that one stun, but does have to flash away. Zed possibly getting that Shadow Dash, does get that Shadow Dash on now. Taric using that exhaust onto the Zed. Zed getting that ult on, does finish off that Taric under that turret. Zoe finally making her way down mid, probably...
Did waste quite a bit to catch him though, might I add.
Yes. But one thing to note is that since the Taric took so long to go down, he is down for another 20 seconds. It could possibly make a catch onto the Zoe, who is actually
We're currently looking at
being very brave.
14k gold lead for Meme Squad. Down. Twerk Squad is gonna have to pull out a crazy miracle to make this game happen.
Meme Squad only really getting that one inhib though. Twitch engaging though on this Cho'Gath.
Twitch did stealth in and
Let's go
gets
with
an
that.
easy kill onto that Cho'Gath as he stays to try and push out that wave. Zoe trying to get that Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto that
Meme
Tristana.
Squad probably looking to get another inhib off of this, looking at the fact
Nocturne being ambitious on
Only
trying to get this
tank it.
kill onto the Zoe, but Twitch is there stealthy and does pick up that stray Nocturne as the Zed trying to get a return kill onto the Zoe, but also falling to the hands of that Twitch, who is very strong right now, 12,
Twitch
1,
with
and 9.
Unbelievable DPS right now. Looking at an I and 2 Shiv items, while Tristana is still building her first Infinity Edge.
she
Kha'Zix?
did pick up what looks to be that Executioner's calling for the Aatrox.
Kha'Zix could possibly go down here as he gets caught out on the top side, doesn't have his ult anymore. Oh, does have a second
Oh.
use of his ult.
The wave just missing, and looks like Kha'Zix is getting out of here.
Oh, Nami going a little too
Baron right
far.
now.
Nami definitely miscommunicating with the team as Tristan and Cho'Gath do back out of that fight, but Nami saying, yo, this guy's got to go down. As the rest of the team does take out that Baron, and as Kha'Zix takes out that Nami very easily, and this could definitely be the end of twerking to the top
with
season.
With that Baron, I think and before Meme Squad really finishes this game off.
Twitch smirking, going in. Got even get an assassination on this guy. But now he seems to be out of position without a team, grouping up with the Terror. Time. Fortunately, the ultimate coming out and gonna set loose on these guys.
Tristana going in there and gets deleted instantly.
Yeah, this definitely looks like twerking to the top is going to be done here. As Nocturne does try and get the Zoe. Hell shields the Terror Stun, but not the Rousey, the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. As Kha'Zix takes out that Nami again, has a personal vendetta. And these turrets are going down.
Unfortunately, this looks like the end of the game. Twerking to the top had a nice one, but they still put up a good fight in face of all the odds and all the things that could have gone wrong here.
Meme Squad trying to pick up a little more kills. As Cho'Gath tries to get that Nom onto the Zoe. Zoe barely living.
A little bit of goofing happening as they attempt to dive the fountain.
Minions accomplish this feat of taking down the Nexus.
They're currently looking like they're taking down, standing around, keeping the minions baroned up. So
Minions
they can take
need
the
to
base.
get their priorities straight as they're kind of focusing on that.
This Zoe might actually end up going down to that Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath does go down. Zoe living with 25 health. As Nami now does get that ult and picks up the kill. Nocturne wanting to get that Aatrox though. Aatrox probably going to take him down very easily. Yep, there he goes. As Tristana wanting to be...
not really standing any chance.
Minions are falling alongside top right now, really just making these fights really hard to win.
Aatrox is in the middle of 3 people getting resurrected by his passive. Does get a redemption coming in. Wants to get a pick up a kill onto either the Zed or the Tristana, but doesn't take out either of them as he goes down. But Kha'Zix does make his way back. Does pick up a juicy
and there's
triple?
officially no member
not get a
of the
triple.
squad that leaves this game with 0 deaths. They all...
Kha'Zix playing hopscotch at the end of that game.
That is game number 2 of the Meme Squad versus Twerking to the Top. Not working out in Twerking to the Top's favor.
Last game of the...
As we saw last game, as the Victor did a lot of damage to carry the team. Instead, this game, it was that Twitch with 25,000 damage. The next being Aatrox with that 19,000 damage. Actually, next being that Zed with 20,000 damage, as he did pick up a good amount of kills, actually, for the side of Twerk to the Top. Does have that Zed, so lots of potential for assassination against a pretty squishy team, might I add.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got?
Some pretty decent playing from the side of Turkey to Top, all things considered.
Yeah, I think
a nice refresh. That game 2 it had some refreshing champions we haven't seen for a while.
Ouch.
We got an interview with Fishy NA. Fishy, how did you think that game went?
Don't pick Nami ever.
I think our Diamond support might have an issue with that statement.
Well, I would agree.
Sorry, we don't have a Diamond support in here?
Yeah, we only have a Plat 3 support, no, Plat 2 player support here.
Our one-time Diamond support might have a problem with that statement.
You know,
What do you have to say about them banning away that prime Alistar from you?
I was cut deep. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna play now? I didn't know. They said they wanted spicy and I picked Nami. Obviously that was not a spicy pick.
Oh, it was
not quite
spicy.
Spicy enough.
Maybe I should pick that brand support. I
It
don't know.
was spicy, but apparently Kha'Zix likes that Indian cuisine, as he definitely took out that spice multiple times as you just got obliterated by him.
Yeah, he kind of just jumped on me and I died.
Yeah, that's how the Kha'Zix works.
But let's wrap up this game 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely gonna wrap this up as I load up my endgame. This has been White or Wong casting Twerking to the Top versus Meme Squad. I hope you enjoyed the show, and hope to see you all next time.